We are going to look at entities, attributes, and instances. Having understood what database is, what data is, and what information is, we now go ahead and look what is an entity. So we normally say an entity is something of significance to the business about which data must be known. An entity is something of significance to the business about which data must be known. An entity can be a name for a set of similar things that you can list. An entity can be a name for a set of similar things that you can list, and it's usually a noun. Example of an entity can be an object. Example of an entity can be an event. An example of an entity can be people. And one thing you'll find, entities have instances. Entities have instances, and we say an instance is a single occurrence of an entity. An instance is a single occurrence of an entity. If we look at a table here, we have entities and we have instances. For example, we can have a person, and a person we can have, this person have an instance, which is a name, and this is maybe Mahatma Gandhi or George Washington. We can have an entity like product, and product have instances like Nike, Adidas, etc. We can have entity like product type, and an instance of a product type can be maybe a shoe or a video game. We can have an entity like a job, and this job can either be an electrician or an IT technician. We can have entities like skill level, and we can have beginners or experts. An entity like an animal, and this can be dogs or cats. So again, when we look at entities and instances, we are saying we can have maybe a Dalmatian and a cat, a cow and a pig, and these are instances of animal. So entities can also be tangible, things like a person or a product, can also be intangible, things like skill level, can also be events or constants. So we can have different, for example, we can say a dog is an instance or an entity because we can have dog being an entity, and we have instances of different types of dogs. Having understood what is an instance and an entity, what is an attribute? Now, like an entity, attributes represent something of significance to a business. And an attribute is a specific piece of information that can assist in describing an entity, the quantity of an entity, or can qualify an entity, can classify an entity, or specify an entity. And attributes have single values. Attributes have single values. So we can have attribute taking numbers. We can have attribute taking characters, string, date, image, or sounds. And here we have entities and with its attributes. For example, we have customer. A customer can have a family name. Customer can have age, size, all the residence or email. A car as an entity with the attributes which are model, weight, category, price. We can have entity like order with attributes like order date, etc., etc. So these are some of the examples of entities like customer, car, order, job, transactions, and employment. And entity now provide the storage of data where we have now the attributes which hold the actual data. Thank you.